You know how long I've been saying if we could get the buildings to match the quality of the people, we'd be pretty amazed. Amazing place. The truth is, we'll never get the buildings to match the quality of the people. But we can at least get that statement to help us get better buildings, better facilities. And I don't know about you, but this is a pretty cool place to get to see all of you in here in a place where you deserve to be recognized, in a quality place with a whole bunch of quality people. Just makes me feel very proud. Proud of you and proud of where we are, and we get to do some things here in a minute that are fun, where we get to stop and recognize a lot of hard work, a lot of good people, and just exciting day. Several years ago, on this morning, I was driving to work and just half asleep, driving early in the morning, and I looked over on the side and there was this huge billboard, advertising something, and what it said on the billboard was, "Best of the best." And I was actually coming to this event years ago. So that's what it is. You represent the best of the agency, which is the best there is. I know that. I want you to know it. I will bet you, I'd fight anybody else, I won't fight you over that. I know it. What you do for this agency is not matched anywhere. Nowhere. And so being a part of the best agency gives me a tremendous amount of pride as a person. It hasn't always been that way. It's a credit to the quality of the people that you are that make it that way. We've worked really hard over the years to recruit really good people. I think that's a really good thing to do. But ultimately, it's the people that are here that make it that way. It's a little bit like the Olympics. They're about to kick off, I think, this week. Yeah. And the best people from every country go represent their country. And if we had such a thing, it'd be you. We'd be packing you up on airplanes and flying you away to some place to go, if not compete, but do what you do against everybody else that does what you do. And I know what would happen. So we don't have gold medals. You don't even have competition, to be honest with you. But we're going to stop and celebrate you. That's what this morning is about, the best of the best. And I can't say this word, but in a way you deserve an asterisk by your award. Not because it was scarred, not because it was not earned, not because it was something that gave you advantages, but instead it was the opposite. The hardest year you, hopefully ever have. And if I could just stop and video backwards, show a video of the last 16 months and what you had to do. Your jobs were impacted, your lives are impacted, your mental health was impacted. I was talking with someone yesterday at actually Channel 5 at the newsroom. They just brought their people back to work just this week. And I was talking about how hard the whole COVID thing has been in general to everyone. But to do what you do, to live where you live, whether you're inside the building, whether you're outside the building, whether you're on top of the building. Mike Raines was sharing a story with me that just says a lot about who you are. Talking about one of his staff. And all within a week, one of the guys in maintenance was on top of what we call the M60 day. The heating unit went out. I think it was 6 degrees and the guys are up on the roof, winds blowing, trying to get heat back in the building. 24 hours later, that same man was in waist-deep sewage, trying to get the plumbing working. It's just not even, there's no way for the regular people to know what your job is. And I'm sorry, but working at Channel 5, it's not that big of a deal. What's sad about it is, a regular person will never know what you do. We're about to have a Citizens Academy where we're inviting people from the community to come and learn about you. There's 20 or so slots, I think. Over 100 people have already applied. You know what makes me happy about that? It's not the buildings. It's not the inmates. It's not the toys we have. You know what we have? Incredible people. It's what every one of the people who've been through it have said. The people that work here amaze me. I told Deshae Hearn, let's do a class every other day. Because the people out there need to know the people that are in here. And that's one way we get to do that. Let them see you. The police department, the FBI, a lot of these law enforcement agencies, they got some toys. Helicopters and horses and motorcycles. They got all kinds of gadgets to show people. And if you ever watch, the Citizens Academies are attracted to that kind of stuff. It's called toys to me. And that's what everybody gets excited about. Not here. The people here don't get gadgety and toys. They talk about the people. And so I just want you to know, and it's my goal, that people out there know you. It's not easy to do, but I hope they get to know you and what you do. Over 25 years ago, I think I was the chief deputy way back then. And I wanted to come up with a way to recognize the men and women who do their job in an exceptional way, something different, something special. So we started the program called Officer Employee of the Month. Everyone has one of those. I bet they don't have one that's been working for 25 years. Here's what else most of the time doesn't happen. It's usually not peer-based. It's usually management picking someone who's doing a really good job. That's okay. But we wanted it to be about your peers, someone who works with you, recognizing you for doing what you do, someone that recognizes that you've helped them do their job. And maybe it's coming to work every day with a smile on your face. It's not easy to do that. One of my favorite stories years ago, one of the people who was recognized for Officer or Employee of the Month, the person was nominated by the employees that worked for them. This was in booking, by the way. And the person who nominated, in this really nice nomination, said, he knows my kids' names, their birthdays, and when I come to work, he asks me about them and my family, and then we go to work. And I feel like when I get to work, he cares about me. How cool is that? I'm assuming he was a pretty good supervisor. I care about that, but that's not really what matters. Sounds like a really good person. So when we started an idea of a program to nominate one another, it was going to be peer-based. Someone that works with you who recognizes what you do. And then that, by the way, back then it was a funny question. Well, what's an officer? What's an employee? I get that question all the time. It's really what you wear a little bit. If you're in the traditional uniform, then you're an officer and everyone else is in, we used to say everyone else is in civilian clothes, but now we have all these hybrid things that we wear. So the traditional uniform are officers, everyone else are employees. The agency is about 500 each. So it's pretty simple. So every month for 25 years, we've had nominations, we've had selections, and then every month we get together and we present those awards. And then what would happen is at the end of that year, we'd all gather up in a room, have a breakfast, and say, thank you again, congratulations. We appreciate you. We haven't forgotten what you did 6 months ago, 4 months ago. And we want you to have something else from us as our token of appreciation. And that was going pretty good for years. We got good at it. Just a routine, man. We'd hit all the marks. We'd have breakfast, and then we'd have this event. We'd have the community involved. And then COVID came around. We didn't get to do anything. Didn't even get to do my favorite thing we do, which is the awards dinner. Everything was shut down, as you guys know. And I was on some stupid video congratulating you on a video. How stupid does that feel? Stupid maybe is just my word because I don't like it. I learned that I really didn't even know this, but I really wanted to hug people. Just because I couldn't, I think. So today, we're back to where we were. We get to stop. We're going to call you up here. I want you to feel appreciated. That's what this is about. It's not about the awards. Someone that works with you stopped and said, this person makes my life better, makes the agency better, maybe the lives of the inmates better, and deserves to be recognized for that. And all we get to do is read about it, feel great about what you do, and stop and recognize you along the way. And we're done with the videos. We get to do that in person again. So we're going to do this. We're going to call you up here in just a minute. Go back through the long year it has been, month by month. We're going to call you up here, give you our pen and pencil set with your engraved, with your names on. And I just want you to feel like the best of the best. That's what we're talking about. So let's get started.
Okay, we're going to get started with the 2020 Employee of the Month, Reggie Scott.
Congratulations, Reggie. I wanted to see you take your own picture. I thought, see, you did it. There you go. Look, he's the best dressed man in the sheriff's office.
2020 Officer of the Month for January, Brittany Davis.
Congratulations to you. Thank you very much. There we go. Thank you.
This 2020 February Employee of the Month is now an officer, so she's in uniform, Amber Weeks.
Congratulations to you, Ms. Weeks. Congratulations. I bet she'll get another one of those. What do you think? I can tell by the way she walks.
February Officer of the Month, Philip Crowell.
Congratulations, Ms. Crowell. Good job. There we go. Look, Reggie's already back at his new job.
2020 Employee of the Month for March, Jessica Williams.
Congratulations, Ms. Williams. We just stand here all day watching.
2020 March Officer of the Month, Deirdre Taylor.
All right. Congratulations to you, Ms. Taylor. Congratulations. There we go. Congratulations.
2020 April Employee of the Month, Cheryl McReynolds. Miss McReynolds is a multiple winner. Let's just add that.
Got a whole pin set. Congratulations to you. Thank you.
April 2020 Officer of the Month, Dearius Morton.
Congratulations, Ms. Moore. There you go. There we go. Good job.
May 2020 Employee of the Month, Kevin Corbett.
Congratulations, Kevin. Good job. There we go. Good job.
2020 Officer of the Month for May, Amber Rumsey.
Congratulations, Ms. Rumsey. There we go. Good. Thank you.
June 2020 Employee of the Month, Sabrina Merriman.
Congratulations to you. Good to see you. There we go. Good job.
June 2020 Officer of the Month, Andrew Cromer.
Mr. Cromer, congratulations. There we go. Good job.
August 2020 Employee of the Month, Joshua Arrington.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
There you go. Good job. Good job.
September 2020 Employee of the Month, Patrina Penniman.
Congratulations to you. There we go. Good luck. Oh, got it. We got double kick.
I've been waiting to say this name all morning. September Officer of the Month for 2020, Philip Popovich.
Congratulations to you. There we go. Good luck.
October 2020 Employee of the Month, Jason Weber.
Robert, how are you? There we go. Good job.
November Employee of the Month, Wayne Miller.
See, I said the Olympics, you got that red, white, and blue going. Congratulations, Wayne.
Last but not least, Employee of the Month for December 2020, Donald Stacy.
I should take this back. Mr. Stacy sent me a happy birthday thing. I had my picture on something else, looking silly. I wouldn't do that. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
No, I appreciate you. And it wasn't the best thing he did either. So how about that? Look at all the people. Some of you have been nominated, and Ms. McReynolds, we could name the award after her probably. But she continues to come to work. Donald, Stacy. And we get people that are new, people have been promoted. Kevin Court, really proud of Kevin. Yeah. We should name some award after Kevin Corbett. I mean, he's got perseverance. I can remember jobs where he would interview for jobs years and years ago and seemed like he would be right there and couldn't get the job he needed and wanted. And just look to see him doing really good things in a crazy world. All right, trying to figure out how we're going to get people virtually in court. What? How are we going to do a wedding or a funeral on Zoom? That's just wild. It's hard. It's not what you signed up for. But all of you, come to work, do your job. Your peers have recognized you. I don't think you get it. I don't think you realize how good you are. I hope you go home feeling a little different today. It's a crazy year, crazy job, crazy times. But in all of that, your peers recognize your work. And I hope you feel a little more appreciated by them. And all we get to do is to kind of put our arms around you. Because you deserve it. It's just, wow. That's how we built this building. We find people when their phones go off. And if it's real loud, we build a whole new wing on. They'll start calling each other, see? So here's what I want to ask you to do. I want you to find the person who's doing their job really well and find a way to recognize them through nominating them. Because I want next year, next month, the person who we're recognizing to be someone that you know is doing their job really well. And we won't know that. There's a lot of research that says if you go to a restaurant and don't like it, you tell 10 people. If you like it, you tell one. So if you go to work and you don't really like what's going on, you're likely to tell 10 people that. I'm asking you to find the one along the way. So we can stop and recognize them, let them know that their peers appreciate them, and hopefully they will feel appreciated by all of us. So try to help us do that day to day as you go forward. No better people to do that than folks themselves who've been recognized by your peers. So the other thing we do every year at this event is we kind of culminate the year. We close the door on this year's event, or the events of this year. And so all of you were winners in each monthly category as we call out. And then what happens is, and our schedules are a little off, but what happens is we invite Thomas Hunter. I don't know if Thomas is in here. There he is. Leads our community engagement division. He goes out and gets 3 members in our community to sit, review all of you, or basically the information about you, sit down and talk to you, some of the people who are monthly winners, and then I sit there and I tell them, just break the tie. We have the best of the best. Our people are going to blow you away. But I'd like to ask them, or I do ask them, to recognize one of those people in each category that they think would be a representative of our Officer Employees of the Year. And they give us the name of, after talking with them, who they think would be the Officer Employee of the Year for this year. And then what we do is we get together, We give you your monthly awards, and then we come in here and we announce our Officer Employees of the Year. And then what we do is we invite them and their families to our awards dinner, which usually is in April. It is now in October. We're doing that along with several things.
Service Appreciation Week will be October 24th through the 30th, and then the awards dinner will be the 28th of October.
So although in April, we're catching this year up, and we're doing it again in April for the year that we're in, but this group will be done in October. As Chief West said, there's a whole series of events that will culminate on Thursday night of that week, where we get to have all the service pins and all the fun. It's my favorite thing we do. But we also bring our Officer Employees of the Year to that dinner and present them with some more tokens of our appreciation and recognize them officially. So that's all going to happen in October, but we have a way to announce that and figure out who the winner is and get that out for all of us to see and do. So with that, what we're going to do is we're going to introduce our Officer Employees of the Year. They don't know that. We're going to call them down here. We're going to clap. We're going to hug them. All of us are. It's just going to feel that way. You don't have to do it. Because we couldn't, it makes me want to do it. But we're going to have them represent us, and then again, we will see them again here in a few months as we have our dinner. So, just saying the year 2020 sounds weird. Every month. Those pins are valuable. Give it to your grandkids, families, and I won this in the middle of chaos. And God, I hope it never happens again. So 2020 was a wild year. You were recognized, and then we also have an Officer Employee of the Year that we want to recognize as well. So, I used to watch American Idol some back when it first came on, and it always made me mad that right before they announced the winner, they'd go to commercial. And I feel like that's what I want to do right now. It's like, we're almost there, and then we're waiting, but they got to sell some more TV, right? But we don't have to do that. But I want to introduce to you the Officer of the Year for the crazy year 2020, Mr. Andrew Cromer. Would you come down here? Congratulations to you. Let's get our. So, just give you a few little. I got to know Mr. Cromer. You know how? He was involved, signed up to be involved in a focus group, improve the agency. What do we do? By the way, I didn't get to vote on Officer of the Year, right? They just tell me. But I'm always proud when I have something that I know that they were doing. And here's in the middle of 2020, when everyone else could find reasons to be doing everything but work, Mr. Cromer was coming to work and then coming to, if you will, volunteer his time on how to improve the agency. And we spent weeks at this nasty hospital we lived in for a couple of years in recommending ways to make the officers' lives better. And our job is to listen. And we're still doing some things. We're trying to build a staff cafe on the south. We build a fitness center on the south complex. Put mats on the floor so your legs don't hurt as much. I mean, these are little things. There's staffing issues. There's improvements to the safety of the employees that live here and work here. So I get to read the names. But when I read the name of Andrew Cromer, I thought, here's a guy who's been out there doing this job a long time and is helping new people who are coming to work out there on a regular basis. His lieutenants would tell you that he is the leader of that shift in that building. And so I was really proud that not only did I get to see it, his lieutenants, his peers, but here's members from the community who don't know all that. Sit down and talk to him and others and said he deserves and he would represent this agency as our Officer of the Year. So one more time, Mr. Andrew Cromer. You can say something, or you can sing, or you can. Yeah, you go. I was waiting. I thought I was going to get him the mic. He looked great and ready to go. I mean, there's some amazing talent here. I was waiting to see it. It didn't matter what it was. Just fantastic. Great representative of what we're trying to be. Find people to come to work here and help other people learn their jobs. So that's the uniform side. That's the officers. As you guys know, the employees are the non-uniform staff, but oftentimes it's a wide variety of jobs. All sorts of things fall into the employee side, and so it's always fun for me, or good to see people who, by the way, a lot of you have been moved from officers to employees to promoted to Kevin Corbett. I don't know what you were when you were nominated. Now look where you are. We didn't even know what virtual services was probably when you were nominated. But we also we get to recognize our Employee of the Year for the crazy year 2020 in the middle of doing all that we do. There's no doubt that this person is the right person for this year and for this agency. It's Mr. Reggie Scott. Come down here. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Hey, we got to get a picture made, man. Hey, he got the best dress and the best smile in the whole agency, and I don't think I have to tell you this, but I mean, Reggie was working in IT, of course, in our help desk areas, and has done many things for everybody, moving and getting you situated. What a great personality of a person dealing with all sorts of issues in the world of this place. I mean, understand what we've done the last 16 or 18 months. We've shut down and opened buildings and moved people and prisoners in jail. I mean, and a lot of that and behind the scenes comes from having to get our computers and our systems up and running. And so that whole division has worked incredibly hard. But no doubt about it, Reggie is a bright light in what we do. And he too, like Kevin, has been promoted. He's moved into the communications division. And like I said, now we have Mark's trying to take his picture and steal his camera so we can get him down here. And but couldn't be happier for the agency and for Reggie Scott, top notch. So our Employee of the Year, Reggie Scott.
I do want to say something real quick. I did want to say something just briefly. Just first and foremost, thank you. Partially for myself, but also from the technology division, where I was recommended or suggested for Employee of the Month. Just thank you for your patience. Sometimes technology isn't easy. Sometimes it's difficult to figure out, but we thank you for your patience, for your time, understanding, and as now that I'm gone, thank you for putting in your CISA tickets. They all would appreciate me saying that so that they can get the credit that they need to make sure that they continue to do a great job.
All right.
So thank you.
I've never asked you this, Reggie, but somebody told me this. I meant to ask you this in front of nobody. You act like nobody's in here. Is it true that your dad was Volunteer of the Year?
Yes, 2016.
How about that? His dad was Volunteer of the Year. No, it's fantastic. The best of the best. Now he grabs the camera and puts his smile back on. Yeah, and we threw him a curveball too. Of course, we moved, and then once we moved, Reggie got to slide over. He knew he was moving, but we said we need to get in first. But along the way, we said there's just a couple of events that you need to get ready for. I mean, it's not every day that we have a grand opening of a building and trying to dodge all the stuff. We had Chief Taylor's retirement, John Smith's retirement, events like this, and so a lot of pressure on a new guy and a new job, trying to get the shots right and get all the stuff right. And he's doing great work and is going to do many, many more great things. There's no doubt about it. So that's us. It's you. right? The best of the best. And although I keep wanting to try, we're going to keep working to find better equipment, better buildings, better things. But at the end of the day, it's about the people. It's not the toys. It's really not the brick and mortar. It's about the people. And the only way that we know oftentimes what's going on is through you, the peers, the people who live and work here. And so I ask you one more time just to reach and find that person who's helping you. Maybe years ago there was a woman named Gail Hickman. She retired. I think Gail worked here 30 years. I never heard her say a word. And someone nominated her because she was just a great person when she came to work. She didn't bother anybody. She didn't say anything bad about anybody. I'm not saying that goes on anywhere. But I guess that's a pretty big accomplishment. And someone said, I appreciate that. And sure enough, she was nominated and eventually won. And so it doesn't matter. You may save a person from a burning car. We've had that. Those are important things to do in life. I hope if you get a chance that you step up and do what you can to help people. But you can also come here and remember the kids' names of the people you work with. That's just, to me, it's pretty interesting and amazing what matters to people. And so whether it's you doing it for someone or whether someone does it for you, I just hope you'll stop and think about those people that are doing their job every day in the middle of all things that are crazy. We have some housekeeping things.
Just a couple of things. If you have an employee who was not here today and you know who you are, please come down and get their pen and pencil set before you leave and make sure you get that to them. And then we have plenty of food, so please take a to-go plate. And thank you all for coming.
Yeah, so let's have a great rest of the day. Congratulations.